short rundown for everybody to make sure everyone's on the same page. During the last session, you guys had been knocked the hell out through one way or another by a combination of winter wolves and a mystical storm that's known as the Reaper's Breath. Due to Bastion's infallible reasoning of thinking, oh, let's heal the wolves that just tried to murder us, the wolves actually surprisingly helped you. You were able to take cover in their own cave, hiding from the storm. But the storm, even despite taking cover, was still able to slightly reach you, and it ended up actually drawing some of you into a pretty dangerous sleep regardless. Luckily, no one died. But this drew your eyes to a new little adventure within the wolves' caves, as a small alcove was discovered within the back depths of it. Investigations brought to light a enormous wolf that seemed to have been frozen solid inside an ice statue. Whatever magics having done this seemed to hurt those who even drew near the statue, as even breathing the same air around it started to actually freeze your lungs. You don't know what exactly may have caused it, but apparently it was dragged in from outside, as behind said wolf statue there was actually an enormous opening just large enough for it to actually have been pulled through from the outside. You guys had also adventured out in search of some magical ingredients to create a stew of sorts that you discovered actually gave you a sort of immunity to the cold, at least for a duration of time. This led you to encountering probably one of the most dangerous threats in the north of the Blizzard Dragon. A near-death experience and having hidden in the snow for a small duration of time has revealed that it may or may not be connected to the storm in some way due to your own inferences. But with total destruction at hand, at the hand of the Blizzard Dragon, you guys decided to had return to the cave for a small duration of time to rest back up, and then set out on the morrow in order to continue your journey, hoping that the Blizzard Dragon had pretty much left. Luckily, it seems to have done just that, as you have not encountered a Blizzard Dragon, or in fact any Winter Wolves, as due to Bond's discovery, it's sort of safe to say that the Winter Wolves may have been hunted by the dragon. During your trek towards the west, you encountered what was most likely the entity that had been stalking you within the Rhymewood. Another enormous wolf, this one actually by far much larger, and capable, it seems, of human speech. He'd asked you all to have left the woods as quickly as possible, after figuring out that your only purpose was to journey further west in search of the cause of the entire curse, to scout out a certain village slash town far to the west. After having done so, the wolf started to sort of guide you, sort of force march you guys out of the woods through this extremely thick fog. But after having realized that you were also sent by Irsa to find a person known as the Wolf Princess, Kari, you found that the wolf was actually the cause of the fog the entire time, as Kari is actually his charge. And upon the fog being lifted, you found a village actually just right outside the wood, where Kari herself seems to be a sort of chief amongst the people there. And you have just entered said village. So, looking around, you can see the fact that it's it's a little bit of a large village. Uh, and also a bit of an unnatural village, though I guess you can't really say it's too unnatural, as most villages actually don't have like 15-foot walls pretty much almost completely surrounding it, but this one does. The walls themselves, though, seem to all be made out of what looks like the wood from the trees just to the east of this village, the Rimewood Forest. The walls themselves have this sort of pale gray-white color to them that sort of almost blends in with the snow around it. Whether that was purposeful or not, you're not 100% sure. But you do see the fact that there are guards that seem to be patrolling along the walls in pairs of two. The the village huts themselves seem to be made of a mixture of wood and stone, though you're hard pressed to figure out where exactly it is that they found the stone, as they're not really near any mountains, and from any maps and information that you guys have gathered, there's no quarries nearby, but they've done so regardless. The villagers themselves seem to be a little hesitant of you all. They don't look at you with hostility, but with a wariness, almost as if unsure of how to deal with you.
I'll wave at them and say hi.
Roll me an insight check. You see, as you wave and say hi, one of the villagers kind of raise their hand slowly with a look of confusion and sort of wave towards you, but they look extremely confused, but you're not 100% sure why.
Looks like they're not used to outsiders. Makes sense though.
You see a few children that are kind of like running in between the sections of the huts, kind of like into the street and then back behind the huts, seeming like as if they're playing almost like a game of tag. And you hear what almost sounds like a bunch of garbled nonsense for a moment. Bon, you understand this as primordial.
Interesting. And speaking of that, before we got too far in, I would have turned to the wolf and said this.
The wolf has actually followed you into the town, having shrunk his body down. He's definitely larger than a normal wolf. In fact, even larger than a winter wolf, but he's a lot smaller. And hearing you say that, you see him look down towards you, and he gives a bit of a nod of acquiescence and takes the gift. But roll me an insight check as well. You see a small look of surprise from not only the wolf, but the people around you. And Kari herself has also stopped.
By the way, I'm giving them what I told you I was going to give them, and I already took it out of my inventory.
Okay, yeah, the meat and all that. Yeah, I was figuring that that's what you were doing.
Yep.
So you're able to use one of the ancient languages.
I am able to at least.
She is speaking in common for you all to understand.
That's a surprise. Not very many people, at least on this continent, are able to speak that. Well done, though.
Well, I'm not exactly from this continent, but I have noticed that not many are able to speak it.
What language is that? Iris says, looking towards Vaughn as she tilts her head.
Kari just sort of
Whoops. Kari glances towards you. And she doesn't say anything, but she looks back towards you, Bon.
With you being able to speak that language, I would suggest that you are the one that's sort of the face of your party, well, within the village grounds at least. But the villagers are only able to speak Primordial here, due to certain reasons, which we won't go into. But, regardless, it should at least assist you in becoming more friendly with them during that time.
Understandable. I guess I will be a translator for my party then.
And that would be best.
She turns around and she starts to lead you once more, further into the village. It's probably about another, 8 minutes of walking before you get to a sort of inconspicuous hut. It actually looks the same as pretty much all the other ones, but Kari opens it and walks inside, and she waits in the doorway as she motions for you all to enter. And the wolf actually goes to the side of the door and then just lies down.
Walk right in.
Well, I'll accept the invitation and head in.
As you all head in, you've all noticed something really weird during your time in the village so far. And that is the fact that, for some reason, it just feels really hot. Like, really hot. Like, as if it's, summer weather. And as you enter into the hut, it still feels actually even hotter. And you see the fact that there's a fire raging inside the fireplace on the opposite side of the wall. The furnishings of the hut itself are pretty simple. There's a small room off to the side that has the door slightly cracked open. You can see a bed within there. Within the actual main room itself, there's a table, several chairs, a couch from the looks of it, surprisingly enough, as well as a nightstand or two with some decorating flowers and stuff like that on it. You notice the flowers seem to be these kind of silvery blue colors of flowers that are probably originally from the Rime Wood. On top of that, you actually notice the fact that there is a single painting on the wall, on the same wall as the door that you just entered in. And it immediately catches your eye due to not only the beauty of the painting itself, but what it depicts. And you see this enormous wave that almost looks like as if it has a sort of humanoid face to it, seeming to start to engulf what looks like a city, is what the painting looks like. Kari herself sits down on the sofa, the couch, and motions for you all to take seats.
Move in and sit
Now,
down.
Sit in the chair. And I'll say, what's
There's
with
definitely
this-
not enough seats for you all. There's only 3 chairs, so...
Oh,
That's fine. Bond will sit on the ground. He's used to sitting on ground.
I was actually about to say I was gonna let Bond take a seat and I'll just sit on Bond.
That's fair.
You make a chair.
Anyways, as you were saying...
What's with this place? It's actually warm.
It has to do with a magic item that we found. A strange cube that is able to generate a massive amount of heat. We use it to help keep the snow at bay, as well as the village itself warm. It makes us able to survive the strange storm that comes from the north, as well as other winter issues. We found several of them in the old ruins of the capital city off to the northwest. Feel free to search for some yourself. There was several that were found in different parts of the city, but we haven't explored the entire city. We only have what we need for ourselves, and that's it. But that's not the main reason that you are here, though. My sister sent you, no?
Yes, Irsa. She asked us to check up on you and assist you.
There are several tasks which I could use your assistance for, but what is your goal in the end of all this?
Eventually, our goal is to go to Stormfrost Manor. Attempt to do something to undo this eternal winter here in the north.
She looks you all up and down a little bit before she just slowly shakes her head.
You wouldn't be able to deal with the cause of the curse, at least not as you are now. You need assistance of either powerful beings or more strength yourself to deal with the current issue. But I'll tell you what, help me with 2 of my issues instead. And me and my wolf will personally guide you to at least the outskirts of Stormfrost Manor. If my sister trusts you, then I'll put my trust in you as well. Help me, and I will help you.
Irsa will look to everyone else. Is that good with everyone else?
Castro no shrug. I don't see why not.
Bastion is not paying attention. He's staring at that painting.
I
Bastion.
didn't think we were on any real time frames, so helping out here shouldn't be that big of a problem.
And the more allies, the better. 'Cause at the point, no one seems to think we can actually fix it ourselves. So it's most likely the case.
Bastion, I want you to roll me a investigation check. Oh my god, I cannot see the numbers on that thing.
Your dice.
I forgot you did that. I forgot you did that. You're looking over the painting itself, and it seems strange. You're not 100% sure what it is about it, but as you're looking at the painting itself, you feel like as if it's familiar for some reason, and you're not 100% sure why. Or at least something about the painting itself is familiar.
I continue staring.
I want you
Hmm?
to what?
Bastion, what do you want?
I asked him if this painting, anything about it seems familiar to you.
I will look at the painting.
So, like I said before, you see what looks like a enormous sentient wave seeming to crash down to engulf an entire city. Roll me an investigation check as well.
Natural 20. Oh shit.
So, you're overlooking all of this, and as you're looking over this, you can tell that this enormous wave that seems to be engulfing this, trying to engulf the city, that entire thing is an elemental. An enormous elemental, larger than a city. Along with that, you can also see the fact that the city itself is less of a city and more like a sort of castle town. There is a castle with a sort of like town slash village that seems to be surrounding it on a sort of like mountainside. Like the village slash town itself is on a lower part of the mountain, and then there is a raised up part of earth where a bridge goes across to the castle itself over the village. And it's sort of strange to you. You've actually never seen any place like that in your memories. But as you're investigating it, you do notice something, and that is the fact that on a small portion of the painting, which as you're investigating this painting, you notice that this painting is old, and I mean like old as in possibly like several hundred to almost maybe 1,000 years old, sort of old. And you notice the fact that there is a worn away part on the top of the frame. Almost unintelligible at this point in time. That just barely makes out the words High King's Rest.
Interesting. Oh, it's a picture of a giant elemental over a castle town. High King's Rest?
Sorry. Where is High King's Rest? He's speaking to Kari now.
Kari stands up from the picture and not the picture, the couch, and goes over to the picture, the painting, and she takes her hand and she lightly kind of brushes across the painting.
An ancient painting that we found within a temple in the capital city to the northwest. No one knows why exactly it was left there. It seems to be after the catastrophe that happened 1,000 years ago, the origin of this entire mess that you're trying to fix. High King's Rest was the old name for what you now call Stormfrost Manor. This is a painting of the initial destruction, the fall of High King's Rest, of Stormfrost Manor's creation, as it is now known. The anger of the water elementals that were broken free of their control. Or at least that's what the wolf tells me.
You see that Kari actually looks a little sad as she looks at the painting.
I was under the impression that this whole problem has gotten worse recently. And you say this happened over 1,000 years ago?
Well, if you remember the details of the curse, as I imagine you were told if this is what you were called here for, it was saying that eternal winter would arise after 1,000 years. Haven't you been told that this curse is spreading? It's spreading across this entire land. It's been almost 1,000 years at this point in time, so the wolf has told me. Eternal winter is upon Austria at this point. You're looking for the origin of this curse, where it originally spread out from. That's Stormfrost Manor as it is now. This is showing the supposed destruction of it, the origin of the curse. Have you not heard the legends? That the water elementals were angered, the heart of fire was quenched, and the heart of earth destroyed, and that is the cause of this whole unbalance. Do you know nothing of what you're actually trying to face?
Well, yeah, we were told the story.
Ashley shrugs and goes back to looking at the painting.
With the knowledge of the story, then you should know that the elementals are not your friend in the north. rage that they felt that day that still persists even now. That's the reason why I say you don't have enough strength to deal with the curse. You either have to restore the elementals, the Heart of Fire at least, if not the Heart of Earth that was destroyed as well, or destroy a primordial elemental, as is shown in the picture here. If you think you can contest with the wrath of nature itself, then by all means do so. But like I said, I would only guide you to there, assist you on your journey to Stormfrost Manor. What you do then is up to you. You're not originally from these lands. If you're supposed to scout out, supposedly, the Stormfrost Manor, then what I would suggest is possibly do that. Do your job, scout it out. Look for any changes or whatever, and then possibly go back to whatever lands that you came from. Search for new information if you wish to deal with the curse. Search for a way to restore the Heart of Fire. Or possibly even the Heart of Earth. If you're able to restore the Heart of Earth, at least the Earth Elementals would help you. If you're able to restore the Heart of Fire, it would weaken or even destroy the current Water Elementals that rule over that area of Austria. But without assistance of the elements themselves, or at least something as powerful as them, you're not going to be able to rid this land of its curse.
Back in the village, they mentioned something about destroying the Heart of Water as well.
But that leaves this land to basically ruin.
I want
think
you-
it would be best to restore the others than destroy another one.
Yeah.
I want you all to roll me a wisdom save for a moment. Eris, you weren't exactly looking in the direction of Kari at this point in time, since you're sitting in the chair. It's kind of hard for you to turn around in the chair in order to look because the painting is behind you where you're currently seated. So you're kind of just like looking kind of over your shoulder. So you don't get the full glare of this. But Bastion, you're standing right next to the painting, as are you, Casseron. And Bon, you are able to easily turn around because you're sitting on the ground. And you see, as you say, destroy the Heart of Water, you see a glare almost equal to death itself, which you have felt. That comes over you, and you feel a massive intimidation from her. And then it immediately calms down as Bond says the fact that that is not the best course of action.
Yeah, and I'll say, and I'll be basically agree with Bond. Yeah, I didn't like the sound of that option either.
If you wish to be the enemy of every primordial being within the North, then go ahead and go with that plan. But know that that is foolishness, and you will die before you have the chance to.
We've already kind of ruled that plan out. I was just saying that was something that they mentioned back in the village.
I'm just forewarning you of the folly of that idea. I suggest that if you do go back to that village, that you had warned them of that. They wish to make an enemy of the entire power of the North at this point in time. They can follow through with that idea, but they would die doing so.
She walks back over and sits down on the couch, sort of lounging across it at this point in time, laying on it instead of actually sitting. Almost in sort of like a half lay, half sit, as you sometimes see people do across like both arms of it. And she looks towards the group, her face resting on her hand. as she looks towards you all.
That is not the reason that you're all here now, though. You're here to assist me, which I have two things.
As she says that, though, you hear a resounding gong sound from like a bell, and it happens over and over again, slowly but like methodically. And immediately she jumps up from the couch, and you see the fact that she reaches over behind it and pulls out what looks like two short swords, strapping them onto her waist as she rushes out the door. That, just mind you, she never closed.
Bond,
You're with
get up
me.
and follow after.
Follow after.
Wolf, you're with me. It seems like as if those damn miscreants are attacking the village again.
Ah, great.
Yeah, I'll follow after.
She rushes back the direction that you guys originally came from the village, back towards the southwest. And you see a bunch of other people that seem to be arming themselves. You see a lot of these people seem to be humans and orcs, but they're, as you see more of these people that are sort of milling about, you notice that some of them are a little strange. And Eris, Bon, you two would recognize these people as Ganassis. Of water Ganassis, to be specific.
Ganassis.
And they seem to be arming up in defense of the village against whatever it is that is attacking currently. And they seem to be running in both directions towards the northwest. I accidentally said southwest, didn't I? Southeast, towards the northwest and the southeast. And Kari seems to be heading towards the southeast, the direction that you guys originally came from. And you guys reach the large gate, which doesn't actually have anything really blocking it, to be honest. It's sort of just a large opening about 10 feet wide. And she heads up some stairs that you didn't notice before, up onto the wall itself, and she looks out over it.
Bond will head up there as well and try to find a spot to take up arms with his bow.
As you do so, you look out over what looks like a field of snow with some trees scattered here and there, off towards the direction, not actually towards the Rhymewood, but more to the direct south, almost along the forest itself. And you see a really strange looking creature, multiples of them actually flying through the air. It seems to be almost like this pure white with sort of almost bat-like wings and very scraggly looking arms and legs with a long, long nose that sort of curves down in front of it. And you hear this sort of weird laughter, like from all of these creatures as they're flying towards the walls. And you see a bunch of the guards of the village pulling up crossbows that seem to have been laid against the side of the walls in almost preparation for this. And Kari holds up her hand and motions it forward, and you see bolts arced out towards these creatures. Your arrow sailing along with it slams into one of these creatures as well, as you see at least a dozen of these crossbow bolts flying out and taking out at least half of these creatures that are flying towards you all. As you hit the creature, it sort of like starts to collapse from the air for a moment before it catches itself, and it rips out the arrow and throws it, and you see like the arrow freezes as it like crushes the arrow and throws like the dust of ice off to the side. And it points towards Kari in particular. Your village's little protection from the winter will be destroyed today, Wolf Princess. We've teamed up with an enemy that you won't be able to comprehend now. I want you all to roll me initiative.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye.
Let's have a bit of change of music, shall we?
Yeah.
By the way, the voice you've been using for Kari sounds a little garbled.
Yeah, I don't know why Noella's gargling this time. I wasn't doing that last time.
Yeah, a little weird.
So, you see the fact that Kari is sort of organizing this defense, and there's a bunch of soldiers that seem to be up on the walls. But during this point in time, as these creatures seem to be moving closer towards the walls, one of the water ganassi seem to come up the stairs and call out to Kari, "My lady, they're attacking from the northeast as well, like we thought. There seem to be winter wolves as well as something else. Something human, it almost looks like. Nothing we've seen before." She looks a little distraught for a moment. She looks out towards the guards that are on the walls and calls out in a loud voice.
Me and the Great Wolf will defend the north. You all defend the south. Don't let them destroy the cubes. Should they do so, winter will absorb us all. We won't escape.
And she immediately jumps down from the wall, and you see the wolf grow in size to catch her, and they just bolt towards the north through the main street, disappearing in almost the blink of an eye.
I guess the Blizzard Dragon didn't eat all the Frostbolts.
Alright, well, let's get started.
All right. I wanted to use this song so bad. Initiative has been rolled. If you all want to, I'll just turn it up. It's a quiet song compared to a lot of the other ones that I use. If you all want to. Go ahead and search in maps for Rimewood Village.
Got it.
I don't know what it is that happened, but for some reason, like, everybody's things disappeared, and then Bond's disappeared as soon as I put it back on, so give me a second. Yeah, the entire encounter thing just for some reason deleted itself. So yeah, give me a second.
You're good.
I accidentally rolled initiative for you, Bastion.
Yay!
It's better than what you originally had by 1 point, so congratulations. There we go. All right. There's a lot more than these creatures on here, but you do see the fact that these are the main ones that the guards aren't fully able to focus on. They're focusing on a lot of the other ones that are further back or closer to the walls in different areas. You guys are the closest to the main gate. You do hear one of the guards call out, "Don't let them through! We can't foul Lady Kari! If you let even one through, we might as well have lost the battle at this point. Your goal: do not let a single one of these creatures through." You do hear one of the guards mention the fact that these things seem to be called ice mythids. Bon, you would sort of know the fact that these things are sort of like pure, like elementals, pure elements given a sort of like evil form almost. And these ones, as being called ice mythids, you know the fact that they specialize in cold-oriented stuff.
Yay.
My ice magic's not gonna work. Probably is it on?
Probably not very well.
Maybe I shouldn't have suggested coming up here.
So at the top of the round, we have numero tres. Seems to be making its way towards the wall, sort of towards the gate itself. This creature, you see it come flying around the tree, sort of dodging a few crossbow bolts that go arcing around it as it seemed to be making its way towards the gate. But otherwise, doesn't seem to really be doing anything else. Casseron, it's your turn.
Oh, cool, I'm first. Alright. I will. Spells commit you.
The grid will be hard to see due to the fact that it's like
Yeah.
white on white.
Yeah.
So, trying to count squares, oh no. 1, 2. Guess I will move here. And then I have to target this. How do I target again? Trying to get ice thing 3. Thank you. And then I'm gonna do inflict wounds. I don't think that hit.
Inflict wounds is a touch spell, so you wouldn't be able to use it anyways.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, I thought that was a touch spell.
Well, then fuck that then. I'm sorry. Then we're gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
That is. I'd like to read you spell. There it is. Does not tell me thing. God damn. Spiritual weapon to cast is a bonus action, correct?
Yeah, you got some little square beside it that'll tell you what it does.
It didn't tell me a thing. It just. Oh, never mind. I clicked on the wrong thing apparently. So, and then from.
Oops. I accidentally made you attack. Don't worry. I didn't mean to do that.
And then for my action, can I guess I can only. I had to put it range 60 feet. So I cast it close to this guy. And then I'd like to attack him with it with my action. Can I do that?
No.
No.
Because you attack with a bonus action using this.
Oh. Well, at least I got that out. I think that's really all I can do because I can't cast 2 spells.
Yeah, you can.
You use a bonus action, you can use your action to cast a cantrip.
That's right. I'm sorry. Then I guess Toll the Dead it.
Okay. It succeeded.
The attack or it?
It succeeded on the save.
Oh, okay. Will do. I guess that's it.
You're not gonna attack with spiritual weapon.
I can attack with the spiritual weapon. It attacks with a bonus action.
This is when you cast
You-
it.
Yeah, when you cast it, you attack.
God. Okay. Did not know that.
You would have known that if you read the spell. We're all just being sassy, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you guys are.
You are too.
What? No, I haven't, actually.
That right there was sass. That actually was too sass.
Right.
So, do I hit cast or attack on this then?
Go ahead, and whenever you open spiritual weapon, there'll be a attack, which it'll show. It'll be like the such and such plus whatever. Click
Okay.
on that. That was the natural one.
Got it. Didn't work.
Unfortunate. Vaughn, it is your turn. You see Castron having, seem to have tried to use a couple spells on this thing, and this Ice Mythic is sort of like dancing around this stuff, seeming used to the constant barrage of attacks while it's in the air. Almost like as if this might not be the first time that they've attacked this place.
Well, I'm going to try and do my best to hit this thing.
Go for it. The arrow goes flying by. As the Ice Mephit just sort of ducks towards the ground and then just like swoops back up right under the arrow as a couple crossbow bolts also go flying by. These things seem to be a little agile.
Yeah, we're not doing too well, are we?
No, we are not. And that.
All right, Bastion, it is now your turn. He seem to be flying kind of up in the sky at the moment. All right.
Done.
So, you all see Bastion hold out his gauntleted hand, and behind each of you seems to rise from almost out of nothing what looks like small dwarven warriors holding warhammers that kind of embolden you, almost like as if you have divine protection or maybe a blessing.
Thanks, Bastion.
Seeing you guys struggling with attacking them, this ice mephit over here kind of gives out a cackling laugh, like as it starts to fly towards you all. Once it gets right there, you see it open its mouth, and a part of like its throat seems to bulge out. And I need you all to make me a dexterity saving throw. Well, actually, Cass, you're not included in this.
Ah, yay. Well, I made one.
Do it, Vaughn. Do it. Okay.
Oh, cool. It automatically rolled.
for some reason, I forgot to add one of them in, but for some reason, like, I can't grip it? Okay, there we go. You want to let me grip it? It's a little larger than the other ones. That's okay. It's going to fly over here. Taking cover behind the tree. But yeah, so the first ice method blasts you all. You guys duck behind, all that good stuff. Except for Bastion taking full on in the face. Face now kind of a silvery blue. As you just kind of like cast the bless spell, look over towards it, get hit full on in the face. You guys see a silvery blue color now. And it seems to be like kind of like crunching of ice as it seems to be like gripping full on, looking madly satisfied with itself as it's just cackling out loud, constantly saying, "Freeze, mortals, freeze!"
Yeah, no.
Casson, you see this thing fly over to you.
Ah.
It looks immensely satisfied with itself as it kind of gives you this creepy grin and then swoops down towards you. And boom. It swoops down towards you with like its icy claws, and it kind of tries to like scrape towards you, but you feel like as if these things are a little on the weak side, as like it kind of scratches against like your armor and stuff like that and your clothes, and it only kind of gives like a slight little tear in it as it like flies back up. And as with the one previous, it also looks immensely satisfied with itself as it starts cackling out loud.
You ripped my cloak.
You see the fourth one start to move towards the gate as well, as Eris, it is now your turn. You've gotten a little frostbitten. They seem to be cackling madly, like a bunch of crazy fools, and they seem almost immensely satisfied with whatever they're doing, as long as they seem to be causing some sort of harm or mischief. This is the fight that is supposed to be a minimum of 10 rounds, so I would suggest that you guys do keep in mind what you want to do and act upon it as quickly as possible if you want this fight to not take 2 sessions.
Sorry, give me a sec. I'm trying to draw a circle. So
Go
I
for
don't
it.
see the things. I believe that's 20 squares.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yep, and freaking spell. And I'm going to cast sleep on them. I hope that works.
Go for it. Oh god. So, it doesn't make both of them fall asleep. But it does make the one that came up and breathed ice on you guys pass out. And you see, like, it's kind of flapping its wings and it's still cackling madly to itself. And then all of a sudden it's kind of like, and it just sort of like stops flapping its wings and just crashes to the ground. And now I've got to roll fall damage.
That was the plan.
Yes!
I was I was trying to get more than one, but yeah,
They have a decent amount of HP. They just don't have much in the way of damage.
It still didn't help that I rolled 2 ones on that. And then I don't know if that would have helped with another HP or anything. I wasn't even sure if I could put them to sleep.
I'm glad that you can. It's really funny.
So you see this ice mephit plummet to the ground and crash into it. I missed 1d6. There we go. And yeah, it hits the ground, and you hear a crunch as its body just shatters. It did.
Yay!
So,
One.
you,
Era says that out loud.
as you say that, the ice mephit that attacked Casseron is like, and it looks over and it notices the fact that the one that was attacking you guys is gone, and then looks down and sees the shattered pieces, and you hear you see it. You'll pay for that.
Hey, we can't help it that he fell asleep on the job.
And then it gets critically, it gets pretty much destroyed by an Eldritch Blast to the face. No, it has a decent amount of HP, but it's just funny. It's just like, you'll pay for that, gets hit by a beam of light.
Draconic blasts! Which I say in Draconic, as an icy blue beam blast from my hand. And it didn't do too much damage. Oh.
Alright. So, with that, are you going to move at all? You guys seem pretty set on staying on this wall.
Yeah, I'm going to move down here to end my turn.
We take like 3 turns to get down the stairs and all the way around this wall.
Or you could jump down.
That one just fell down and died.
It fell down because it was flying like 40 feet in the air.
Oh, oh. I don't know if that's possible.
15 feet.
Yep, it's 15 feet. Not only that, but you can see the fact that you only take fall damage for every 10 feet, but you also see the fact that there's wagons and barrels and like stacks of wood and stuff like that that you'd be able to jump down on top of.
Oh, okay.
I moved down there. I think that would have been enough. I probably
Yeah.
would have moved slightly more, but that's all.
Now that's as far as you can move. Yeah. Alright, now it's this freaking Ice Mephit's turn that's way the hell back here. And you hear it cackling madly as it's slowly flying its way forward. Yeah. It seems to be flying like kind of like directionally up slightly, as well as it seems to be taking more and more height as it's now flying above the scattering of trees that are in this sort of frosty field that you are protecting from. And is back to the top of the turn order.
Woohoo.
You see the Ice Mephit just sort of flies forward. It angles towards you, Casseron. And you natural 20 this dex save as you see the throat bulge out and it blows out a blast of frost towards you. So you only take 3 points of damage.
Cool.
And as before, these ice mephits, as soon as they seem like as if they feel like they did anything, they just start cackling madly. Like, it is actually sort of annoying.
Gonna be honest,
Silly.
don't get the joke here.
Yeah, you're the jokester.
It is now your turn, and you now have 2 ice mephits that seem to be sort of cackling madly at you, though one of them did get blasted in the face by a blue beam.
Ugh. Yes, we do. Damn it.
I think we need some sort of symbol for spiritual weapon on this board.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll move it.
It was it was close enough to where you could bonus action move and attack the ice method too with it still.
Really cool.
Yeah, because it only moved like 15 to 20 feet in order to get to you.
Cool. So I'm gonna move it and then attack with it. So.
Yeah, if you right click on the
I know. I'm looking
map,
at
you
it.
can-
I'm reading.
you can probably make like you probably use a cone for it or something.
I've got my map covering the initiative thing, so I don't know if it hit. Did that not work?
Nothing was rolled.
Yeah,
Ah,
nothing was rolled.
There we go. Did that hit?
It does, but for some reason... Oh, it's because you're still targeting Ice Method 3. You didn't target the second one.
Oh, shit.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Cool.
Damage! There we go. So you see this spiritual weapon fly over, and you never specified what it looks like, so who knows?
Who knows?
It's a mask.
It's not a mask.
It's a mask.
No.
You see this giant floating mask come
God
slamming
damn it,
into
really?
this ice method. Since you didn't decide, it was decided for you. Congratulations.
Thinking
And
sword.
it slams.
Great.
It slams into this ice method that's right in front of you, and it got hit in the face by a beam, and it started kind of like laughing, like seeming a little irritated as like a chunk of its face was missing from the blast that was slowly regenerating, and then immediately just in the back of the head just gets smacked by another mask. And it's just like, all right, I'm done playing with you. It looks a little pissed off.
And that was a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Cool.
End its life.
It succeeded on the wisdom save. My god,
God damn it.
this does not have a good wisdom save, just so you know. So I don't know why it keeps saving.
Side. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's
turn.
Gaston has not done too well with Full then most of the time.
It's all my. It's my only damage cantrip I got.
Vaughn, it is your turn. One ice method is down, another one seems to be somewhat injured, and another one is getting pretty close to the gates. You have seen the fact that this one that is close to the gates, ice method 3, looking at the map, it seems to have sort of swooped down a little bit, like as if it's trying to use the walls itself to take cover from the bolts and arrows that are sort of flying around.
The question is, can I stand here?
Yes. It is on a very small area, so something such as Gust would easily be able to, knock you off and stuff like that. Anything that would really have a
That's
knockback.
fine. After I attack this thing, I'm jumping down, so...
That's fine. Yeah, go for it. Kill it. That is a hit. That is a damage.
God bless.
You see,
Pull it down closer to me out of the air with Crusher,
nice.
and then I'm gonna backhand it.
A pimp hand of God.
Crusher is specified to bludgeoning damage, and whips do slashing. Just so you know.
Oh, that's right, it is. Oh well.
But you still would have been able to reach it with your hand anyways, due to the fact that you have reach with being a bugbear. So you see Bond just sort of like slash out with this whip and slash across the chest of this mephit that was just like, I'm done playing games with you, and then it just like kind of gets whipped and then yanked towards and then backhanded out of the sky, and you hear a shattering as the body sort of like cracks in half and then falls to the ground and just shatters into freaking diamond dust pretty much as it is killed. Boom. Aye.
I shall move there.
Nice, nice. I don't think you have it just yet, so I will need you to make me a dexterity check in order to sort of use the wall to let yourself down without injuring yourself, as it is 15 feet, which means that you still would be taking fall damage.
That's fine.
Yeah, so you sort of like try and go down the side of it, but the walls are sort of slippery, icy. Whatever is warming up the village doesn't seem to fully reach the outer part of the wall, hence the fact that there's fires that are kind of along the walls and stuff like that. And you take a little bit of damage as you hit the ground, sort of a grunt of pain, as you take 3 points of falling. There we go. All right, so this thing is now definitely within range of you. It's sort of dived a little bit below the wall, so it's only like 10 feet in the air at this point in time. Bastion, it is now your turn. You've seen one of them get literally slept to death, and then another one just got like bitch smacked out of the sky, pretty much, as Bond pretty much was saying it. Or maybe that was you.
There's not really much I can do, seeing as they're all flying. So I guess I'm just gonna stay here and hold my action in case one comes close.
You do see the fact that there are, as you were standing, crossbows that are lined up along the wall.
I will throw my sword at Catron, pick one up, and shoot.
Why? Why throw heavy things at me?
I don't have a crossbow. I don't know what they use to attack.
Don't worry, you're about to have a crossbow.
Cool, I was looking, so I assume you're doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I initially got rid of my spear. So I'm throwing it back.
You now have a heavy crossbow in your inventory, as well as 20 crossbow bolts.
Then I guess we'll stand right about there.
Go for it. Nice hit. So you pick up this crossbow and oh my god, is this thing heavy. Like, you pick it up and it is probably about like almost twice, if not 3 times as heavy as your sword. Regardless, you kind of get used to the heft a little bit, and you sort of rest it against the wall for a moment, the lip of the wall, and you fire the crossbow bolt, and you weren't expecting this thing to have a bit of a kick to it, as you hear a as the crossbow bolt goes sailing outwards, and it sort of grazes the side of this ice mephit, and you hear a crinkling of the ice as a part of it seems to get cracked. And it kind of like whips through the air a little bit before it catches itself, and it looks back up and it glares towards you.
I cackle.
It does not look pleased at all. In fact, it now looks even angrier.
Oh no.
And I look at Casper and smile like I did good.
Good job, bud. Good job.
Congratulations.
Very proud of you. Keep mocking it.
Ooh, there was something I was supposed to do, but I didn't do it. That's okay. I forgot to make this one visible. Whoops.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. Eris, you just miraculously see this ice method appear out of nowhere as it seems to be sort of trying to use the trees as cover in order to head towards the wall, and it actually looks a little surprised to see you over there. As it kind of like is going like, and it sees you as like, what are you doing here?
I lived over here. You want to fall too?
No, I'm good. It sort of like waves towards you, just like, no, just go, leave, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, look at it intimidatingly with a shit-eating smile, pretty much.
It's like, I don't think you got a choice.
This thing. It moves right there. And then, by the power invested in me, it actually moves there. My bad. I didn't have the map moved all the way over, so I didn't realize where it was at. You see, once again, the throat bulge out as it readies. And, oh my god. Bastion. Please. Please, Bastion. You failed all the dexterity saves so far.
I am slow and wearing heavy armor. Leave me alone.
Oof. So you get hit by another blast of cold as and as you do so, you hear it cackling madly, and then you hear it cackling even more as it notices that the strange dwarven figures, fiery dwarven figures that were behind Vaughn and Castron are now gone. So it starts laughing like, and then it notices it and it stops for a moment before it starts going like, it seems to be losing itself in laughter right now. Eris, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to
Nap
put
time.
that one to sleep.
Okay. It does. It falls asleep. Just barely. Like, you see it kind of like, it seems like as if it's trying to fight against it, and then it just, the cackling that it sort of was still doing, like the nervous cackling, like, sort of dies off, and it's just like, ah, crap. And it just passes out, and then just hits the ground.
Yes.
I forgot to hit quick and slow for the rolls, my bad.
Oh, you're fine. And it hits the ground, and you hear the cracking of ice, but you hear it kind of like start immediately laugh again, like, and it seems to like kind of like cry out in pain as it realizes that it just took a lot of damage. But it's coming from below the wall now. The sandbags are sort of in your way. Yes.
It crossbows?
Yep.
Oh. I thought it was a strength thing. Never mind.
Nope. Oh no, Eris lost connection.
Oh no.
Eris's internet died.
Oh shit.
Probably.
Wait, then who would want to use one of these if it's
I'm
really
back.
heavy? And you
People who
still
want
requires dexterity.
people who want to do more damage because out of all the ranged weapons in the game, it does the most damage.
Does it have a strength requirement to use it?
No, it's just considered a heavy weapon, so as long as you're not considered a small creature, then you can use it.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. You're all good. We have to wait for Eris to reconnect anyways.
I was just weirded out because it only gave me a +2.
Yeah.
Wait, if I'm
Nah.
proficient in it, why didn't it add like my? Oh, it did add my dex modifier because it's a 0. Never mind.
Yep. You have a 0 dex modifier and a +2 proficiency because you guys haven't hit level 4 yet.
Hello? Am I back?
Yep, you is back.
Okay. I'm guessing it didn't register my attempt to attack him. Oh, it's also apparently, I guess, couldn't because of the bag.
Yeah, I was about to say the bags are sort of in your way, so you'd have to move around them. Either that or it would be an extra 5 feet of movement as you'd have to kind of climb on top of them. That would give you a few extra feet of height.
Yeah, I'll climb on top of him.
Okay, so that's 10 feet of movement in order to get on top of that.
And now I should be able to hit him?
Yeah, you'd be able to see down over the lip of the wall, and you can see down on to where he's at.
Okay. Then I'll attempt to blast.
It would be with disadvantage due to the fact that he is considered prone right now, and that is a ranged attack. But it doesn't matter, because you still hit him.
Awesome, yeah. I wonder if
Did
that-
forget to
what-
target him, though.
It's saying I'm targeting him.
Oh, it is. For some reason, I can't target him for you.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, retarget him. I don't know. It won't let me target him for you. There you go.
I was initially targeting him, but I guess it just untargeted him. I don't know.
It might have been because of the weird disconnection issue that suddenly happened.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, you hit him with the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I just cut off again.
If. So, you see the blast. You climb up on this like, eek, and you get up on top, and it smells like grains. Like as if it might be like wheat or something like that, which kind of throws you off considering you haven't actually seen like any wheat this entire time you've been in the north. But you stand up on top, and you cast down this Eldritch Blast, and it like blasts straight next to this Mephit's face, and you hear that, and it sort of like gives out a shriek of like terror as this blast like goes right next to it, and you see it like kind of look at the small hole that's right next to it, and then it looks back up towards you, and it's just like giving out that nervous laughter again, like.
I would just, smile.
You still do have your 20 feet of movement. It won't cost you any extra movement to get down from that. It's only like a few feet tall, but the bags are a little unstable, so climbing on top of it's a bit difficult.
Yeah. I'll move away now.
Okay.
I guess over here.
Got it. With that, it is now the far distant Mephit's turn as it continues its trek forward.
Mephit on a mission.
And it is flying ever higher. It is now probably about 40 feet above the wall at this point in time.
Maybe I should have put that one to sleep. Oh, I can always do that next. Maybe, if I can. I don't know.
Oh my god, it's Frost Breath recharged. It angles it. It actually lands on the ground and sort of like waddles towards you, Bon, and it stares up at you, and it has this grin on its face as you see the throat once again bulge. And you guys both get to make dexterity saves. Huh. That is 2 failures. So you both take 2 points of damage. Yay. Minimum damage. And it sort of like goes like, freeze! And then immediately like takes off and starts to try and fly away. Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity. These things don't seem smart. Alright, so you like freaking like backhand it as it's trying to run away. And it kind of is just like, ah! But it keeps flying forward. And you see one of the guards notice it. It's just like, don't let it through! Kill it! As Casperon, it is now your turn. The guards look panicked.
Cool.
Would I be able to have pulled that back towards me with my crusher since it didn't? I tried the whole whip and slashing.
No.
Yes, technically, because there's no, it's only once per turn. It is technically a new round. So you can pull it.
Good.
You can pull it 5 feet back towards you. Or you can slam it pretty much onto the ground. One of the two.
I'll just pull it back towards me.
Okay. Boom.
Cool.
So it's been pulled back towards Bon. As his arm just kind of like reaches out, grabs onto the freaking skull of the mephit, and just like drags it back towards him. And you hear it just going like, ah, 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 let go, that kind of hurts, friend. Castor, it's your turn.
I know. Got target things. Haha. Just
Casperon,
target
do
that
the
thing. Move my spiritual weapon over.
Okay.
The floating golden mask.
Oh, Bon, you didn't target it, so it didn't actually do the damage to it. I was like, why is it saying this thing is still unhurt?
Yeah, my bad.
Not you good. I was just like, Toll the Dead does more damage if it's hurt, so... Yeah. Okay, so your spiritual weapon moves over.
Cool. I'm gonna
Your
hit it.
giant floating mask.
Mm.
Smack it! Why'd you roll inflict wounds?
Whoops. Had the wrong thing. I was looking at spells and seeing what they were so I could mark off the slots. Sorry.
You are echoing through Bastion.
Yeah, I know. Bastion's next to me. It's gonna unfortunately happen.
Okay.
You could just get one of those.
Okay, so the spiritual weapon hits.
Cool.
This mask smashes into it.
I don't think
You see... you see this ice mephit just get, like, grabbed by Bon and then dragged back towards him. And then this mask just, like, comes flying out of nowhere and just smashes into it. And it's just like, ah! That hurts for... Ah! Oh, God. Oh, man, you guys aren't playing around.
Nope, we are not. And then Toll the Dead. Don't save.
Come on, friend, it's just a joke. Yeah, no, it fails.
Yay.
Yay, D12.
Yay!
Wait, no, I need to do this. D12.
Alright. And you see the fact that she's like, come on, friend, it's just a joke. Ah, God. Okay. Okay, you want to play it that way.
I'm going to be honest,
Fine.
I'm the funny one in the group, and I'm not finding you very funny.
It does
They're
not
a
look
little-
amused.
I mean, they're a little funny.
Bon, it's now your turn.
Kill it.
Eris, the only one who's gonna play devil's advocate for these things.
I know, right? Alright, so you whip it. Whip it real good. Alright. Nice. So you slash out with the whip. It doesn't have enough HP to survive you. So you kill it with that unarmed attack. And as you freaking grab it, you like pull it towards you and then just like grab its face with your hand and slam it into the ground, and you feel the crunch and shatter of this thing as it just gets the life crushed out of it. It's dead.
Good.
Hooray.
Bastion, it's your turn.
I stand guard and eat.
Oof.
That's my turn.
For now it is.
Almost completely useless in this fight.
Not just yet now. So this ice mephit over here gets back up and it flies and is at the very edge of the wall right here.
I smile
And
at
then
it.
you see it sort of you see the throat bulge again, but this time it like holds its hands like right in front of its mouth, and you see this silvery mist sort of spew out from it, and it starts to coalesce into a ball that moves over and starts to encompass you all that are standing on the wall, as you are now encompassed in a fog cloud.
Oh.
Oh my god, it recharged it again. Huh. So, this thing seems to swoop out of the sky towards you, Bastion. And it actually hits as you kind of like see this fog appear out of nowhere and you're holding this crossbow. And you hear the flapping of the wings, but it's kind of like a muted echo around you. And you hear the cackling, and suddenly as you're like looking in one direction, the slash comes from the other side and like slashes across your neck as you take 6 points of damage. And it starts cackling even harder. Just like, you'll be shredded by the winter. Just give it up and be consumed by the cold.
I said, okay.
Wait, really?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay. And then it you see like for a moment, like as the cloud seems to be kind of like whirling around, just for a moment you can kind of see it, and it actually turns away and looks towards Casseron.
Oh, shit.
It completely believes you.
Bastion, what the
Eris.
hell?
It's your turn.
Maybe damage obscured. Well, Eris is gonna move out of the fog because she didn't want her vision to be obscured.
Alright.
Due to my position, I probably can't see where Ice Method 5 anymore. That's why I probably can't target it.
You mean the 6th one, the one that cast the fog cloud?
No, it's me. The 5th one. Because my line of sight block is like right in between the fog.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't see the 5th one anymore because the fog cloud is in the way.
Yeah, that means my plan of casting sleep on that one is not gonna work. Oh, well.
Yeah, and not only that, but the 6th one is in partial cover due to the fact that the bags of grain are actually kind of in the way right now.
Well, I ignore partial cover, so.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you have spell sniper. Duh.
All I have to worry about is full cover.
Yep.
So I'll just
Curve the bullet.
Curve the bullet.
yes.
All right. So you land this hit, and you don't even have to roll for it. It literally have 1 HP left. So yeah, you land this, and you hear Bastion call out, "Curve the bullet!" And you don't know what it is, but that kind of like startles you, and you cast out the beam, and you're just like, ah! And you kind of like jump to the side, and the beam actually like curves and slams into the mephit, and it just goes flying into the fog cloud, and the fog cloud starts to slowly disperse. And Bastion, as you called that out, you're looking in the direction of Eris, and you see, seeming from the side, this beam blasting into the ice mephit, and it looks completely confused about what just happened as it falls to the ground and dies.
Give Eris a thumbs up. Don't know how I saw that, but it's fine.
It was the one that cast the fog cloud, so since it died, the fog cloud disappears.
Oh no, I don't. I mean, I don't know how. Like, I knew she was firing. I can't see.
It's verbal components for Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
True.
I accidentally got rid of your circle. I'm sorry, Matt.
That's fine. But since the fog cloud's gone, that means I can now see Ice Method 5.
Yes, you
probably-
can.
I probably won't even need to. I'll have to quicken spell, or should I? Because I only have got 1 sorcery point left. I guess I'll hold for now. Well, not hold because I already used my action. I'll just end turn.
You wouldn't be able to reach it anyways due to the height it is, as well as the distance it's away. It's over 90 feet away from you at this point in time.
Yeah. I've got, yeah, sorry. He's moving up.
Yeah. But it is its turn, and it flies a little bit further up.
He really wants to go up then.
Yeah, at this point in time, this ice mephit is almost it's almost 70 feet above the height of the wall, and as it gets that high up, you hear this "Katoosh!" and then a second later, and then this gigantic freaking arrow smashes into this ice mephit and just shatters it completely as the core of it just gets brought to the ground, and this arrow, probably about as tall as Bon, just slams into the ground right next to him. And now you know why most of them don't fly that high.
Artillery fire. It's gotta be with how big that bolt was.
Yeah, you guys are kind of surprised by how well prepared these guys are for this. Speaking of which, it is now a new round, and as that is now a new round.
My turn.
I have a couple things I need to add in.
You also deleted Catherine's spiritual weapon.
Oh no!
Oh no, my weapon.
By the way, Matt, I looked and quicken spell costs 2 sorcery points.
What?
That's what it says.
That?
Yeah. I thought it did. I just wasn't sure.
You see 3 new ice methods appear
Yeah, it does.
from the south.
I thought it cost 1. My bad.
For some reason, I thought it cost us like the spell level, like it was the first level cost 1. But I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's twin spell that does that. My bad. I'll have to keep that. I'll have to try and keep that in mind next time. Holy crap! Alright, go on.
You're fine. I also thought that it was the... I thought just like twin spell, it was also the like spell level kind of thing. So I wasn't thinking much of it.
I'll go ahead and just max out points.
All right, so you see 3 more that appear from the south, and in addition to that, you hear the kind of cackling in the distance from them. But you also seem to hear a wolf's howl that that happens not only from the south but also from the north, almost like as if they're kind of like messaging to each other. Castron, it is now your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna.
The ice methods? Oh, are they not visible? They should have been.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't see them.
Whoop. They off in the distance for the moment.
Yep.
Big boys.
Yeah, they're slightly bigger than the other ones.
Well, I should probably do the cleric thing. And that's a bonus action, right? Yeah. Bonus action. Heal you. So there's a little bit of your health back.
Okay.
What the hell did you just like ping?
I whispered.
Oh, that's what that is.
Okay, I thought that costed an action, but converting sorcery points to well, spell slots to sorcery points is actually a bonus action. Okay. I could have done that. Oh well.
I haven't played Sorcerer so long now.
And then for that one,
All right, it failed.
woohoo!
This one has not been injured though, so it won't be the
Yeah.
D12.
It'll be something though.
Ooh, but max damage, nice.
Yeah.
So you say your sacred prayers and a mask. Everything is now mask themed for you. Sorry. Goes out and smacks Bastion in the face, and Bastion's just like, oh, and it's like, oh, I'm healed. Nice. Band-aids shaped like masks that go flying through the air. But as you do so, you also point towards this ice method, and it seems to be having a bit of a fun time of itself, and then it suddenly starts holding its head in pain. It's like, ah, what is that racket? Stop! Oh god. Bon, it is now your turn. Nothing seems to be at the gate at this point in time, but there's some methods off in the distance. They seem to be flying pretty low to the ground, like as if they're trying to kind of sort of keep out of line of sight of the walls for the moment. Whoa. Nice. So that hits.
Dylan, what are you doing?
And for my bonus action, I'm going to add a d4 of damage to this.
All right. Nice. So you pull out your longbow and you focus, and Castron, you're able to see the fact that as Bond is focusing, he pulls back the arrow and then pulls it back just a little bit further, and you see a sort of like reddish green energy that seems to like start to coalesce on the tip of this arrow, and it goes launching out from the bow. And you see this arc of red-green energy as it slams into this ice method. And as it's sort of like gliding along the ground, it gets caught by this and almost seems like as if it just gets slammed straight into the ground by this arrow.
Ha.
Nice.
One, Bond.
Do what I can.
It is technically flying within reach of your weapon. Did you just chromatic orbit? What?
I chromatic orb. Ice method 7.
Oh.
I want to.
I didn't realize you had chromatic orb.
Yeah. I didn't either. I thought I was useless, but I actually have a ranged spell. I'm big dumb.
Well, snap.
I prepared it when we got there because of all the ice.
I forgot that you did that. Well, good job on the natural 20 because, yeah,
That one was still.
that just annihilated this thing. And you did what kind of damage to it? Fire? So yeah, you kind of are just like, you're holding this crossbow, and then you're just kind of like, oh. And you just drop it, and you just hold out your hand. And you see this, like, bluish red flame start to appear at the tip of your hand. And you sort of hold it, and you're not very well versed in spells, and you're just kind of like, do I just, like, will it to go forward? And you're just like, whatever. And you just, like, throw it, and this thing, like, slams straight into the ice method. And you see a, like, baseball-sized hole just get melted straight through this thing as this kind of goes, and then just, like, falls to the ground and shatters into pieces.
Just look at Bastards, just like, did you just chuck a spell at it?
I think so. Thanks for the healing, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. Keep doing that.
So yeah, that thing just got annihilated. Congratulations.
And as a bonus action, I want to pull my sword back out.
You mean go fetch your sword from Castron that you threw back?
Yeah. No, it's mine. I've got attached.
So yeah, you can pick the sword back up with a free action.
Cool. That's it.
The ice method. That's right next to you guys. It's not even looking at you. It's looking towards Castron. It doesn't notice the fact that you just blasted one of its friends out of the sky with a freaking, like, fiery blue orb. And it targets Castron. Well, since your friend seems to have discovered the futility of your efforts, I might as well focus on you. And it swings out towards you. And once again, it, like, scratches towards, like, the cape. Why in the world did it roll so low whenever it had disadvantage? Anyways, whatever. It rolled like an 18 and a 19 to attack Bastion last turn, so. And it sort of is just like, as it like claws towards you, and it like catches the cape and sort of like rips some tears into the cape. And
God damn
like
it, I'm gonna have
looks,
to fix this.
It looks immensely satisfied with itself. And as you say that, it just starts cackling even louder.
You're not even hurting me. You're more annoying than anything.
Dealing psychological damage.
Fuck these guys.
Yes.
Yes.
They're basically perfectly within that sphere. Or circle. Probably have to move slightly closer to make sure I'm
Yeah, you would have to move closer.
Any closer than that, or is there what 15?
You're
feet
fine.
away?
You're just fine. Yeah, you're fine on the edge of the wall right there.
Okay. I'm going to use a second level slot for sleep mist.
Go for it.
Room.
Nice. You see Mephit number 5. That got like almost slammed into the ground by the arrow and is like catching itself back up. Just kind of like and then just pass out and fall asleep. And then you also see the same thing actually happen to Mephit 6, as they are now both asleep.
Good night.
Yay! And I'll use my bonus action to get back some sorcery points for this spell slot.
All right.
Oh, I'm guessing I if it sticks with in the air.
No, they were flying pretty low to the ground.
Okay.
In order to try and keep out of sight of the wall, in order to make it harder for them to get hit by the bolts and arrows that were flying at him. But apparently that didn't matter for Bon, as he like nailed one right in the chest, pretty much. And then the other one got hit by a freaking flaming orb. So, you know.
And it was deleted from existence. It was never there.
Yeah. So, with that, well, I guess I could just skip past them as, they're passed out.
Sleep.
It's sad that Fate's missing combat.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess he just lost interest or something?
I don't know. I will say, remind you, Castron, you do have a healer's kit, and you can use an action to restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points.
Yeah.
And also stabilize dying creatures with that.
Yeah. I know. Is anyone dying?
Just so that way you... No, I'm just saying the fact that instead of using spell slots, you can use that.
Yeah. That just involved me moving to Bastion with this thing and by me. Which...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Don't...
I was just saying.
that. Yeah.
You can also move around it without provoking anything.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
It was just a reminder, just to make sure the fact that you guys remember that you do have a feat for some of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon and then hit it.
Yeah, it is actually close enough for you to be able to do that.
Yeah. So.
Smack it with the mask!
Yep, the mask comes flying up and smashes into the side of this thing.
Damage.
It's looking heavily wounded.
Cool. I'm gonna Toll the Dead that fucker.
It succeeded.
Damn it!
It's looking resolute in its defense. It's not having this shit.
Oh.
With that, though, if you don't plan on moving, then, Bon, it would be your turn. You can't see the Mephit that they're dealing with on the wall. And the two that are out in the field that were, like, coasting towards you guys, close to the ground, are now on the ground, which means the fact that you cannot really see them too well from this distance. They kind of are blending into the ground. And they're also passed out on the ground, so it's, like, really difficult for you to actually make out anything.
We're blending and napping.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I forgot to yell out Nighty Night in your comic, oh well.
it's fine. There goes the gate defenses!
There we go. to finish off my prey.
Yeah, actually, you barely have enough movement to do that because you have like 40 feet of movement right now, don't you?
Yes.
Nice. So yeah, that hits. That also hits. And that almost kills it.
So close.
Yeah, this little bugger seems pretty damn resolute. It's like passed on the ground. You see it curled up. It has like this kind of like satisfied, smug smile on his face as every once in a while it's snoring. It's just like, like as if it's doing something in its sleep. And then you come up and you just like hit it with the whip, and it's like, aha! What? And it like kind of like looks up towards you as it just gets like smacked in the side of the face, like getting thrown back to the ground as it was barely getting up.
Have a nice
Is the only response that you get. It looks pretty wounded. Bastion, it's your turn. You have a nice method next to you.
Kill it.
Oh, Bastion's a man again.
Yep. The ever-morphing shape of Bastion. Who knows what it is? Nice.
There's actually +2 on that, but I guess I doesn't really matter.
Nice. Wait, why would it be a +2?
Because he's flying.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant that instead of it being a +5, it would be a +2.
Oh, yeah. And by the
Yeah,
way,
so-
how did the fire look like it affected them?
It looked like it affected them a lot. Like, as in, like, your critical strike might have killed it twice over.
Okay, cool.
I'm not even gonna have you roll for that, as these things are literally made of ice, so... yeah.
So does the game, or does Fantasy Grounds automatically double that damage, or...
I don't know, because since you critically hit it, you did so much damage already that you automatically killed it with just the critical hit without even having the double damage from it being vulnerable.
Because if I remember correctly, I think Ice Misfits are also vulnerable to...
Bludgeoning.
Is it bludgeoning? I
Yeah.
thought it was one of the normal types. And I didn't know if it was doubling Vods, Fists.
I haven't been looking. I probably should be looking at that, though.
Yes, that's right there.
Actually, I think it did. Just due
Kill it.
just due to the fact that I'll have to check. That dude is dead. You slice through it, and it, as you like slice through it, it like turns around and it's just like, "Me too, Bastion," and it collapses to the ground and shatters into ice.
What
It
does
felt
that mean?
betrayed. E2, Bastion.
I don't know what E2 Bastion means.
It's a famous line from freaking Julius Caesar.
Oh. Betrayal.
Yeah. E2 Brutus or whatever.
Material.
Yeah, Brute. Whatever it was. It was something along those lines. Anyways, it felt betrayed. That's the point. Eris, it's now your turn. Both the one Mephit is still passed out. The other one looks like as if it might be dead. Kind of hard for you to see. The trees are a little bit in the way. You do just see Bastion sort of towering over it, but they're both on the ground, so you have a feeling that it'd be pretty hard to hit them from here.
gonna hop onto the ground.
Roll me a dex check.
I believe it's that one, right?
Yes. So you sort of try and use the wall a little bit in order to break your fall, and you do, but you feel like a couple splinters pop into your hand from using the wall, and you take 3 points of piercing damage as the splintered part of the wall is kind of like poke into your hand a little bit.
Owie.
There we go.
And that was just 5 feet, right? Then...
Yeah, that was just 5 feet of movement. Falling doesn't take movement. If it did, that would be ridiculous.
Think I can move there? It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Dashed and deleted that one with fire. Maybe I can morph my magic into fire. Basically meaning I'm just gonna cast Flame Sphere normally.
Got it.
Which means I need to change the damage type to fire.
All right, I'm imagining you cast it directly on top of this Ice Meth at 6.
Oh.
Oh, you kind of broke up there.
So I was when I was holding press to talk, I was going into the chat.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a 5-foot diameter sphere that appears in an unoccupied space within range, so I can't put it on top of it. But I can immediately then use my bonus action to ram it into it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Pretty much just
Got it.
right next to it, and should probably target it first. And
Roll that save.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah, and it auto fails. So
Yeah.
you just roll the damage. All right, let me see if it does. Yes, it does double the damage.
6.
It's in the chat, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. I thought it was, but I was just like, I was doing the math, and I was just like, I don't fully know, because some of these have taken, like, a few hits previously, so I wasn't really paying attention to that. I should have been, though. Alright, so, yeah, this flaming sphere just kind of, like, rams into it, and you see one of its wings get, like, completely melted off as it, like, kind of, like, wakes up, like, and is, like, backpedaling away, and you see, like, part of it is, like, slowly melting away, and it looks absolutely terrified of the fire orb. There's a specific ability that these things have that I keep forgetting to use, but it's fine. Alright. So. You see this Mephit get up, and it breathes out that silvery mist that coalesces into a fog around you once more, Vaughn. And you hear its wings flap. Though you kind of hear cracking, like as if the wings are like about to shatter. Make an attack of opportunity as it tries to fly up and away from you. No, it will be with disadvantage. Oh, no, you still hit it. And immediately this freaking thing just... Yeah.
Not getting away from me.
No, it's not. So it freaking is like, you see this fog cloud appear. It's like, see ya, sucker! And then you just hear, how? And you just hear this crash, and the fog immediately dissipates away, and you see a shattered remnant of an ice mephit on the ground right in front of Vaughn. So this thing gets up, and it does... I should have not deleted the circle. I don't know why I keep deleting the circle.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just kind of habity. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like, the effect is gone, so I need to get rid of this.
It's kind of why I'm just usually just taking my circles away, which I forgot to do.
Alright. So, it does the same thing. It gets up, and it flies somewhere. You can't really tell. But it looks pretty proud of itself as you hear, Eris, you hear it call out, "See if you can see me now!" Alright, top of the round. So, before you go, Castron, once again, you hear this howling of wolves. And this time it sounds a lot closer. A lot closer. As in, like, it's probably here. As in, like, there may or may not be a wolf that is here.
Uh-oh.
That's a big wolf.
Oh shit. Big puppy.
You guys are normally about that size, but I made you guys smaller just for the sake of the half blocks of being able to fit in them comfortably, kind of thing. But you see it appear, and as it appears, you hear it talk in a specific language. It sounds old and sort of guttural from the wolf, but it seems to speak that, and it looks around and it sees the fog wall, and it looks over it, and you see it lock eyes with you, Vaughn. Castron, it is your turn. You, because of the fog wall, you, Bastion, and Eris cannot see this, but you hear this strange guttural speech coming from the southeast. Southwest. My bad. I got it backwards. You headed southeast to get to this gate. The exit's southwest.
Guess I'll go over to Bastion. And then... where is it? Do I not have this? Oh, I thought I had Shield of Faith. Never mind. I guess I'll take an action and use my little healer's kit to heal him. What do I got for that? What do I roll?
You don't roll anything. You just use an action.
Cool.
Oh, do you mean for healing? The actual healing?
Yeah.
It's 1d6 plus 4 plus I think half hit die.
Half of my hit die or
Half of the target's hit die.
So
Oh, plus an additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit die. So it's 1d6 plus 7.
Okay. So you get 3 plus 7 HP back.
Done.
Cool.
Nice.
And just look at him and like, well, bud, go get him. And then move my spiritual weapon a bit more forward. 20 feet forward. For my bonus action.
Alright.
I think that's all I can do. I could move, but I don't really want to move.
Alright. So, Bon, it is now your turn.
Did you move my spiritual
You
weapon?
see a wolf. Oh, your spiritual weapon?
Yeah, I said move it 20 feet forward.
Okay, but you're moving it into a cloud, so you can't see anything.
Oh, never mind.
Alright. I'm going to use something I haven't used in a while. I'm going to pull out a fireball.
Okay, go for it.
Oh yeah, we had those, didn't we?
Yep. Alright. I believe that they had to make a dexterity save, right?
I think...
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was a dexterity save. Let me go to the wolf. I think you unintentionally targeted yourself. You did unintentionally target yourself. That's okay. Let me make this save.
I mean...
Nice. So, it also nat 1 to the save. Oh,
Yes.
God. Okay. So. Oh, God.
Probably wasn't expecting the bugbear to run at him and throw something.
So, go ahead and roll an extra 2d6 of fire damage. Oh my God. So you guys don't hear it, but you see, I mean, you guys don't see it, but you hear, this huge boom that happens, and like this, like, sort of like small, like, cloud of flame sort of kind of comes up above the fog cloud just a little bit, from what you see, Bastion and, Casseron, and, you hear a cry of pain from some sort of creature on the other side of this fog cloud, and Bond sort of like coughing up smoke and ash as the front of him is now like completely charcoal black as he's coming around the side of this fog cloud. You did a lot of damage with that thing. Holy crap.
And I've retaken my place.
Yep. Congratulations.
I ran away.
Holy crap. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that you had those fire bombs.
I
Damn.
know, that's why I've been holding on to them. I had 3 left.
Holy crap. So,
This seemed at least the time to use one of them.
I know, right? So with that, Bastion, it's your turn. You can't really see what the hell's going on. You just kind of see like you see Bond just sort of like dash towards the gate, covered in like freaking smoke and ash, coughing up like globs of freaking like spittle that have a bunch of like smoke and stuff mixed in with it. He doesn't look hurt. At least not from fire. There's some like patches of ice and like slashes and stuff like that, but from fire, nah.
I can barely see the lines, but I believe I can move there after jumping off the wall.
Let me see. There's where you can move. One square. Perfect. Can you see Wolfie? Yes, you can. Just barely, though.
There's my next shirt. Oh no.
Oh god. So,
I'm okay.
you sort of like face plant into the ground, taking 7 points of damage.
I just healed you.
But you get back up and you're just like, I'm okay. And then you just like kind of like, and you like run through the snow and you kind of like slide across the stone, angling yourself. And you can see the wolf, which has like large patches of its fur just like burned completely away. And its mouth seems to be like sort of like charcoaled and charred and bloody as its teeth look black. And it looks furious.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh.
What the freaking hell? Okay. I mean,
My
roll
puppy.
your damage. Son of a...
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Why can't
Okay.
the spellcasters crit? Gosh. Well, the fullcasters anyway.
Freaking Christ. This
Me
wolf,
and-
it like gets hit by what you can only assume is a bomb, as there's a small crater that it's standing in. It's partially in like what looks like the edge of a now melted lake part right there, standing in like probably about like 3 feet deep of water. Nothing really to it, since it's like freaking 8 feet tall pretty much. But it's like standing back up and it's like and you hear it like gargle out in that language once more, sounding completely enraged. And then this ball of fire, you fling this like blue ball of fire at it, just like catch, and you throw it, and it slams straight back into this wolf's face. And it looks pretty hurt. It's looking pretty hurt.
Casson's gonna look at Bash and be like, smack this one on the butt too.
You can't see the wolf. You don't even know it's a wolf. No one said anything about it.
I thought I saw it, but okay.
You can't see it. There's a fog cloud in the way.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's my turn.
Eris, you're in the middle of a fog cloud. Roll me a free perception check real quick.
Okay.
You're not 100% sure, but you feel like as if something weird is happening. The ice method seems to be sort of like giggling really, really fast, like as if it's kind of going like kind of like giggling, but it sounds like weird. You're not 100% sure what in the world's going on. But hey, you know, it's still somewhere nearby at least. That's what you know. You know the direction it's in.
I'm gonna move out of the
Aight.
fog. Just gonna go to up there maybe. And I'll bring the
Aight.
orb back close to me.
Got it.
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
Well, I'll also say, what's going on? I'm hearing heard an explosion?
Couple of them now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, there's still a method in there. It's just giggling weirdly. I didn't trust being able to strike him with my vision impaired.
You, as you're saying that, you see one appear out of the fog right next to you. But strangely enough, this one does not look hurt at all. As it swoops down and tries to attack you. Missing.
They can only hit me.
Apparently. I think they've missed hitting everybody else but you with that melee attack.
Yeah, it claws at my face. Then it just, not realizing that I'm reinforced with scales. Didn't put nowhere near enough power into it, so
It like scratches towards you, and feeling like as if it hit you, it just starts cackling madly, not even looking, not realizing the fact that it did no damage whatsoever.
Huh. This one's unharmed.
And then another one appears. Seemingly also unharmed.
Ugh.
Oh.
And now you're flanked.
Yes, you are. Oh, that was a natural 20.
I want to use my reaction to make it not a crit.
Nice. So, with that, let me just go ahead and roll another attack roll so that way it gets rid of the 20. There we go. With that, then, you see this ice mythic, and you're sort of like casually like looking up at this ice mythic that attacked you, just kind of like, man, this guy's an idiot. And then not realizing the fact that another one with its claws out like gouges, like tries to gouge across your throat. And Bastion, you noticing this, you almost project out like this energy. And Bon, Casseron, Eris, you're able to see like this like fiery red shield project outwards with the symbol of Moradin on it, and it interjects between you and the Mephit. And while it doesn't completely stop it, you see the shield bend inwards and the claws only barely scrape across you instead of actually cutting across your throat. You still take 6 points of damage though.
Still puts me over half. Oof. Well, I'll give it out a yelp of pain. Does the fog make more?
You're not sure, but you do see a third one flying above you. What the hell's going on? There we go. There we go. It wouldn't let me make it visible for a second there. And it appears right above you. As it also slashes down at you.
And since that's a 22, I can't shield that. So I'm not going to try. Don't want to waste my spell slots.
Yep.
If a fourth one comes out, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, as you say that, you see a fourth one appear over here. Giggling madly. This one also looking unharmed. And it looks towards you, Bastion, and you see that familiar bulge of the throat.
No.
every single one of these so far.
I have a +0 strength.
I know,
So
it's
do
just the
I.
fact that it only has a save of a 10. You only have to exceed a 10. You haven't even rolled above average. That's the reason why I just think it's kind of amazing. Anyways.
You're acting like a
And with
military
that-
guy.
Also,
It is.
I wonder, would one of these ice methods actually wouldn't have ended their turn in my fire sphere?
Technically, yes. You didn't specify where you were holding it at, but with how far you would have had to have moved it, it would have had to have probably either been on the left or right of you. If not directly in front of you.
I probably would have had it more toward my side. So.
Yeah, so I think Flame Sphere, if I remember correctly, if a creature ends its turn in the same spot, it still takes the damage, right?
Yep.
So go ahead and target Ice Myth at 10 and roll the damage for that. Yeah. It like flies into the sphere. It does not look like as if it cares at all. It's still like giggling madly. And now you know why there was this weird giggling, as all three of them, all four of them technically, seem to be madly giggling.
Yeah, I'm also kind of stuck here.
Yeah, you surround it big time right now.
Yeah, and I'm heavily wounded.
Big time rush.
Yeah, I was not expecting something like this to happen.
The wolf moves forward.
Oh shit, puppy.
And you see it like slides around the side of the fog. And immediately blows out a breath of cold. Towards you, Bastion.
Yay! Dexterity saving.
A natural one! Yay! Bastion
God
goes
damn it.
down as this ice blows over, and Bastion, you hit the ground, and you start to see the ice starting to encompass Bastion's body, as Bastion can no longer move. And that is the Winter Wolf's turn, as it says something out in that guttural speech once more. Cassron, it's your turn.
Cool. So, gonna move right there. Goddamn. And then I guess make a dex check for that. To get down. Am I good?
Yes, with the natural 20, you are definitely good.
Oh shit, okay.
You've seen several other people go down this wall, and you're just like, I know how to do this now. And you sort of like use the wall as a sort of like footboard, and you, as you're sliding down it, you kick off of it and land onto the ground. And you just kind of like brush a little bit of the frost and snow off of your cape.
Alright, we'll do first bonus action. I still have... So doing that action with the healer's kit, that doesn't take up the healer's kit, does it?
It uses a charge of it. The healer's kit has a certain amount of charges.
Got it, okay. Well, I will action do the healer's kit on him, on a Bastion.
Aye.
That'll bring him up to 1 HP, correct? Since he's down.
You can stabilize them to 1 HP, or you can heal them.
I would like to
believe.
heal them.
I actually am not 100% sure. I haven't looked into it. I'm not sure if the healing part has to be during a... Oh, wait, but no, you can't... It can only be once per short or long rest, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
So you can only stabilize. They regain
Okay.
1 HP, which means the fact that...
That's fine.
Yeah. Bastion would now have 1 HP and no longer be unconscious.
Yeah. Okay, look at Bastion, just be like, please lay on hand yourself. And then
No thanks.
look at Eris. And Do healing word. So I can't target her. Because she's like in all
Okay,
of them.
just a second.
You can zoom in really close, and that'll bring me into focus.
I guess I could do that.
I targeted her for you.
Thank you. And
Well,
then...
this was going fine, but now we've just kind of been overwhelmed.
There you go, Eris. That's all I can do.
Thank you.
All right. So with that, Bon, it's now your turn. You see out of the fog cloud comes 4 different methods, seeming all unharmed and very much seemingly real as they start to like tear into Eris. At least 3 of them are. You also see the wolf that almost froze Bastion solid. Bastion, you're gonna have a bit of a difficulty getting up.
I don't know if these have an area effect, but I'm gonna try it again.
Firebomb, I believe it's a 10-foot diameter, so you would be able to hit both of them. 5-foot radius. Alright, so that'll hit both of them. Let me...
Minimal damage.
Yeah. Still a decent chunk of damage considering the fact that it's fire. Let me see about... Okay, so the wolf actually passes that one that time, so it'll only take 5 points of the damage instead. And then you targeted, which one was this one? 9?
9, yeah.
That one also passed. So it only takes half the damage. So pretty much it takes the full damage of the 9. All right, so with that, Bastion's now your turn. You're prone on the ground. You feel not good. Okay, you get up. You don't feel good. You get up. It's a bit difficult. I would say that it takes 20 feet of your movement instead of just half. As you kind of have to use some effort in order to, like, bend your legs, get the ice to, like, break off. You feel your freaking joints and stuff like that starting to freeze up. The oil's not doing too well with all this ice hitting you constantly.
I want to get right there.
Okay.
And I want to use my channel divinity.
Okay.
The second one. You want to read it, or are you going to?
Oh, Abjure, the extra planar?
Yeah.
Nice. Which one are you doing it on? Oh, wait, no, that's on all of them, isn't it?
All of them, yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and shoot. Okay. Make wisdom saves for everybody.
Dylan. I'm going to take those off your desk. I know you are.
Alright, so Ice Mephits 8 and 10 save against this, but 7 and 9 do not. So, you guys see Bastion. He sort of like slams the sword into the ground, and Bastion, you take up the same pose as you see many of the paladins of Morden, the statues of paladins of Morden have, where they seem to have their weapon pointed to the ground, both hands on the pommel or hilt of it. And you're doing that with your longsword right now. And as you do so, you guys see this red pulse of energy fly out from Bastion and slam into all of these ice mephits. And two of them get encased in this energy. The other two, it sort of like starts to like encompass them a little bit, but they kind of like shake it off and they're just like, yeah! And they look towards you, Bastion, and they look like as if they are a bit wary, if not fearful of you.
And as a bonus action, when I drink one potion of healing,
Got it.
I don't know how to use that. I guess I should roll.
Yeah.
Yay, 6 HP.
And the turn.
Eris, it is now your turn. You're not in a good predicament right now.
No, I am not. No, I probably also should have rolled concentration. So, because it didn't do it automatically. Okay, I passed. So I actually needed it twice because it happened twice.
Still passed.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to use my bonus action to take a potion.
Got it.
Minimum. Wow. Still brings me up a little bit. And I'm going to... then dash. Just over here.
You're gonna dash.
Yeah, as far away as I can.
Okay. With that being the case,
I'm gonna have to... They're probably going to make opportunity attacks.
yep. That one is a hit.
I'm shielding.
Okay. Get rid of that 7 points of damage then, as that will be a miss then.
And that's all my spell slots.
And then that one, it just bounces straight off of the shield as you cast that. Did you get rid of the 7 points of damage you took?
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Okay. Nice. And the third one, for some reason, doesn't attack you.
Huh. That also means my orb is still technically on Ice Method 10, since I
Yep.
can't move it.
That it is. Alright, so with that, Ice Method 10's turn it is, which I believe if they start their turn in the same space as the orb, they also take the damage, don't they?
Nope, it's just when they end.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks towards Bastion in particular. And it decides you look really tasty, so it attacks you.
Bastion,
And as it claws out towards you, you raise up the shield and just block the claws, and it gives out this grunt of frustration, like, "Ugh! Just give up!
Okay.
Wait, really?
Oh
Same
no!
as before! Wait, really?
Yeah, why not?
Well, okay, wait, no! You're a watcher! You have to die, I'm sorry!
Okay.
Alright.
I love that. Just the whole, just like, wait, really?
So, this method just takes off flying. All the way down over here. It's like diagonally flying up and away as fast as possible. So it's a full 30 feet off the ground and 30 feet away.
Did you mean to turn the voice changer on?
Oh, did I accidentally?
You sound like what's her face?
Whoops. No, that was not an intention. I don't even know how in the world I hit that. Wait, which one did I hit? Oh, I might have hit.
Wolf Princess Lady?
Yeah, I might have accidentally hit that one. Oh.
Wait, really?
They're not like too smart. They do have an intelligence of only 9, so
No, it's fine. They cracked me up.
I wanted to play them as kind of stupid. I just thought it would be funny.
I love it.
Same with Method 9. It takes off, flying away as fast as possible from the direction of Bastion. Method 8, though, goes over here. And it's just like, yo, Bastion. Like the other ones that you look a little tasty. And as you're blocking the other one's claws, this one just sort of like claws into your shoulder and just like, boom, it hits the metal. And it actually looks at its own fingers and it's like kind of like sucking on like the fingers, like, oh. And it looks like as if the ice on its fingers sort of like cracked a bit. It looks a little painful.
Oh no, why'd you do that? You're supposed to hit and then I point out a spot that's like a chink in my armor.
It looks at you a little confused, like, oh really? Okay.
Bastion,
It now has advantage on
why?
attacking you.
That's fine. I think it's hilarious.
So this wolf moves up.
Bastion, you moron.
And it sees you, Bon.
Oh, hi, friend.
And you hear it speak out in common. You're an annoyance. And it lunges out with its, oh wait, actually. Oops. That's supposed to be done with advantage, because pack tactics. That's okay, it still misses you. And it lunges out with a bite, and it sort of like tries to like align the maw as you sort of dodge out of the way, and like kind of like does a scooping motion with its mouth, trying to like bite into the side of your chest, and you're barely able to spin out of the way. And it gives out this like sort of like weird groan and growl at the same time. Casseron, it's your turn. There's enemies everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to target Bastion. Did I target Bastion?
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
Were you not able to target him? I targeted him
No.
for you now.
Thank you. And then give him... Well, actually, let me look. Who's lower? You both are pretty freaking low. Alright, well, heal Bastion. And then... untarget everybody. And then target Big Puppy.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna try a Toll of the Dead.
Okay. I succeeded.
Damn it. Okay. Well, that's it. No, I can move. If I move, will it get attack of opportunity on me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it, might as well try it. Move this way.
Okay.
Also hit the voice modular again if you didn't know.
Why does it keep doing that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it definitely hit you.
Ow.
You're down,
Yeah.
so never mind. I was about to say, you have to make a strength save, but you auto-failed. So, yeah. The unfortunate part is the fact that, this is a new round. So, technically, the Ice Mephits also have their attack of opportunity back.
Ah.
But it still missed. It was going for your head, and the wolf, like, grabbed your chest and, like, slammed you into the ground, and the Mephit completely missed.
Cool. Cool.
I'm back.
I'm unconscious.
Uh-oh.
Vaughn, it's your turn. You just saw this freaking wolf just mutilate Casseron.
Lovely.
Nice. Alright, so 2 of those attacks hit.
And that's all I got.
Alright, so you go absolutely ballistic on this thing. And you feel the tough, like, sinew and muscle of this wolf sort of like almost, it feels like almost deflecting your punches. Its hide is tough. It's this thing is a tough puppy, quite literally. Bastion, it's your turn. Casseron is down. There's ice mephits all over the place.
What box is cash in?
It's right next to you.
I want to smack
One
cash
with-
on
one
the
with-
butt
No.
Okay.
for 15
I mean-
points of healing.
Technically, Casseron is butt up, so you would be able
Ow.
to smack the butt. Okay, so you get 15 points of healing.
Yay.
That's all your HP, Casseron.
Shut up.
There we go.
Shut up.
You're no longer unconscious, but you are on the ground.
And as a bonus action, I will drink another potion.
Okay.
Yay!
Ooh, another minimum. You guys got those lucky nat 20 rolls and other things like that earlier. It's just going around, I guess. All right, Eris, it is now your turn. You see two ice mephits, and I would say that you are able to see the wolf because Casseron's on the ground. The
I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'm moving closer, and I'm going to use my bonus action to ram my flame sphere into the winter wolf.
okay, go for it. I believe it has to make a dexterity save, right?
I should probably target it first.
Yeah. It rolled a dirty 20, but it still takes half damage, I believe, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
why didn't it auto take off?
Take off what?
Did it automatically take off half?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It just doesn't say on here for me.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, yeah, it says it for me, the fact that it halved it.
Well, then I'll use my action to then cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Alright.
Oh my
Oof.
god, really?
So, you, like, with one hand, you motion with the orb, and with the other one, you do the components necessary for the Eldritch Blast in order to try and catch this thing. But it does something you don't expect, and it ducks. And the orb just kind of, like, sears part of the top of its fur off as the Eldritch Blast that was kind of waiting for it to go jump to the side in order to dodge the spear goes wide and misses.
No one ever ducks. This is a new thing.
Oof. Well, I'll use my remaining movement to move back then. Well, I was expecting to have been able to hopefully kill the wolf. But I flooded it. And that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, I Smith at 10, moves in, looking at Castron. It's like, and then it actually moves around you. So, Bastion, you can do an attack of opportunity. Your swing goes a little wide as it sort of like dances through the air out of the way, cackling and laughing at you as you see the bulge in the throat as it breathes out the breath of frost. You saved, Bastion!
I win.
Oh my god! So you only take 1 point of damage.
By the way, do you remember what feat he gave me? I can't find it, and I don't remember what it was.
It's the Sentinel feat. It's under abilities.
Yeah, should be at the very top under feats.
If, oh, I forgot that Sentinel had that. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a weapon attack against the
That's
two
what I
creature.
was looking for, because I thought that's what I had, but I wasn't sure.
So, Bastion, I want you to make me a perception check real quick, with disadvantage. Which is already bad enough for you, but unfortunately it has to be with disadvantage. You're hearing like the howls of wolves. Most of the howls seem to be coming from the north and things like that, as well as the battle going alongst the walls. But you hear something, somebody calling out something, but due to the din of the battle as well as just the maddening cackle of the ice mythics around you, you can't really make it out.
Can I make out, like, who it might be coming from, male or female? Or if I recognize
It sounds like it's one of the guards on the walls. And you kind of look up and you see one of them pointing across to the other wall. Looking in that direction, you see this mephit making its way across the wall, flying up over it,
the one that was originally hiding in the fog.
Yep. It's now Seven's turn, and they still have to dash action away from you. So this thing like pretty much left the battlefield. Like I'm gonna have to leave it right here, but it like goes off map.
Wait, did that Miffit, the one that's going over the wall right now, make a wisdom save?
It was too far away because it's only a 30-foot radius centered on you. It was pretty much on the other side of the fog cloud.
When I used it, I was near the wolf. I thought, was I where I'm at right now?
You're where you're at right now.
Yeah, you essentially haven't moved because I was originally right one square below you.
Yeah. So it was too far away. I originally was going to do it, but I realized that it was too far away to actually be affected by it. So. Alright, so Ice Mephit, 8. Moves right here. And it tries to attack that chink of armor that you told it about. And as it does so, you just kind of like bring the shield up and just like smack the hand away. And it's just like, ah, just let me hit you.
How is that any fun? You have to try a bit harder.
It looks a little annoyed by the fact that you're kind of right. That one also goes off map. So they're pretty much gone from the fight at this point. This Winter Wolf is going to move right here. It notices that Castron is pretty annoying. It's going to attack again. I forgot to do it with advantage again. So that one does hit.
Ah.
Oh, you were also on the ground right now.
Yeah.
No, you stood up. You stood up, didn't you?
No, it hasn't been my turn yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You tried to run away. That's what it is. God, this turn has probably been the longest lasting one so far then. It feels like it's lasted forever. Castron, it's now your turn.
I can't actually tell how big that wolf is. Is he within 5 feet of me?
No, he's barely without 5 feet of you.
Okay.
He's just 10 feet away from you.
Potion, bonus action potion.
Okay.
Gotta see what fucking potion is like. What do I roll?
2d4 plus 2.
Yep. So 8 points.
8.
Yep. So, boom.
Thank you. And then that's my bonus action.
Yep. Don't forget, you can take the disengage action.
Yeah, I know.
But you are on the ground, so.
I am on the ground. So I need to stand up. And then I guess I'm torn between
Yeah, that's probably what I should have done. Use disengage instead of dash. Oh well.
I thought about it, but I didn't know if I could because I had multiple enemies at me.
Disengage makes it to where they can't take attack of opportunities against you.
Oh, well. Great. My spiritual weapon's gone.
No, it's not.
Doesn't that cast concentration?
Nope.
No. That's the reason why it's so good. There is no concentration for it, but you already used your bonus action for healing yourself with the potion.
True. Well, at least I know it's still up then. You know what? I'm gonna do Bane on both those Ice Misfits and the Winter Wolf.
Okay. Roll it again real quick. I'll still count it as a fail for the wolf, but
Okay.
they all weren't targeted.
Oh,
So.
sorry.
Okay. So how did a 12 succeed? Isn't your spell save a 13?
Yeah.
It says DC 10. You might have to go into the spell thing and recalculate that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It is. For some reason like that.
So they all failed. So for the next minutes, they must roll a d4, and that's minus on attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh wait, never mind. I accidentally put it as charisma. I was just like, why is it still a 12? But I accidentally put it as charisma instead of wisdom. There we go.
And that's turn.
All right. Bon, it's now your turn.
Alright. Try this again.
Smack it. How do you want to end this, Winter Wolf?
Basically, with my whip, I wrap it around it, pull it towards me, and then just finish it with my fist.
All right. So you see Bon. You've seen some pretty ruthless moves today, but you see Bon like wrap the whip around and pull it tight, and you hear the snap of the whip around it. And the wolf's head, even though it is by far probably heavier, way heavier than Bon, Bon rips the head around, and as the head gets whipped around, his fist just goes smashing into the side of the wolf's head, knocking it to the ground. And you hear a crack as his fist and the stone that makes up the path that the wolf is on right now pretty much squish this wolf's head, and you see it deformed, and blood starts to leak out from the eyes and ears as it looks like as if its head has been completely smashed.
Hey, you guys know about that bugbear rage that everybody talks about?
Yeah, you are starting to hear him sort of like almost hyperventilating, like as he looks towards the rest of the ice mephits. They look a little scared. Bastion, it's your turn.
Want to use this?
Radiant Soul.
Yeah.
I
Then I'll fly over there.
Got it. So you move over there. I think Ice Myth at 8.
Yeah, he was with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if they both have their reactions. I don't know if they do. I don't know if Ice Myth at 10 was the one that made an attack of... Wait, no one's made an attack of opportunity this time, so it'll make the attack of opportunity. And it has advantage, because that's the one that you told how to attack you.
Yeah.
It still misses, though. It, like, clings off the armor as you just float away.
As I'm flying away, I want to say, you'll get it next time. One more try. Come on, you got this.
It looks like it has tears of happiness as you're supporting it in its endeavors to apparently kill you.
And when I fly up to this next one, I want to... I can't really intimidate it because I don't have an action, but I want to say, one more inch and your head is gone.
It does look a little thrown off by that, and it looks a little nervous. But it looks towards the village, and it looks determined. Eris, it is your turn. You don't see who it is that Bastion's talking to, but you do hear him talking on the wall over there.
Well, did I hear what he said?
Roll me a perception check. I would say you kind of hear like kind of muffled bits of it over the clangs of like ice and steel, as well as like the twang of crossbow bolts and arrows flying. You hear like step, don't step, and then something else, but you can't quite get it out, and you feel like as if he's probably talking to someone who might be an enemy, but you're not 100% sure.
Well, since Eris isn't sure, she's going to just look at the immediate threat, which is these methods. So I'm going to pull my flaming sphere right onto Ice Method 8.
Alright. Target that bad boy. All right.
Succeeded.
Yeah, unfortunately did concede.
I really wish matching didn't succeed.
Yeah, I guess it's because of the whole, like, matching AC, your attack succeeds, so matching the save succeeds kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah,
I kind of see some sort of logic. But...
Yeah, but at the same time, it's harder to increase your spell save DC than it is to increase your attack modifier.
Yeah.
But whatevs. That's gonna do 3
All right.
each. Or 6, actually.
Yeah, the save didn't really matter. All the save was for is just to make sure on whether or not it did double damage.
Yeah. And then I will... For some reason, it untargeted him from me. Since that's a bonus action, I'll...
Wow.
That's a second whiff Eldritch Blast. What the hell?
It really doesn't want you to hit this. Yeah, this Eldritch Blast, the beam goes wide, and you see this beam like go right by your face, Casseron.
Ah! What the hell are you doing?
Sorry, I'm a little wounded, so I'm a little... Ew.
We're all wounded.
Yeah, that means I can't, I'm not aiming as well.
Casseron, you get hit once more by this Frost Breath, as does Bon. You guys are this battle is starting to really take its toll on you guys as you're feeling the pain.
Ugh.
Ice is starting to encrust over parts of your joints. It's getting harder to move. It's rough. Fair. This Ice Mephit looks towards you, Bastion, and it looks towards the direction that it wants to go, and it tries to fly away and run. Make an attack of opportunity. No, towards the village. It tries to fly away from you, towards the village. Make an attack of opportunity. You hit it, which means that it cannot move anywhere. So it's stuck there. Oh, wow. that was some max damage. Oh, you didn't target it. That's the reason why. I was about to say,
My bad.
that actually kills it. So,
I wasn't lying.
you... one more step. Didn't take it to heart. Alright, so you kill this thing, and you pretty much just delete it from existence. As you do so, the rest of you actually see these small portals open up behind the ice mephits that you guys can see. And they're just like, wait, no, I'm not done yet. And they're like trying to like claw at the ground to stay in, and they get sucked into the portals and disappear.
They left. Well, we can at least eat the winter wolf.
Bongarve the Winter Wolf.
Not gonna lie, this is a kind of a scary encounter, despite the silly music.
Speaking of encounters being over,
To fly back to the group after I'm done dealing with that.
Is anyone saying anything?
I don't know if Andrew's trying to do something.
I was thinking about it. Due to the fact that you guys finished the fight right here and now, and it's like 47 minutes after, I would say let's go ahead and end the session here. Congratulations on winning that. Better than I thought you were going to. I'm not gonna lie. That went better than I thought you guys were going to have on that
Woohoo!
encounter. So, good job.
We were doing great early on, and then just things started to go downhill
Yeah.
quickly.
So, there's a variant rule for mephits. Not all of them have this variant rule, but some of them, including the ice mephit, do. And they can summon other mephits, up to 1d4 extra mephits, which count as summons and only disappear whenever they are either killed, dismissed, or the summoner of them is killed. And I was rolling percentiles for each one of them, and they only had a 3% chance of happening. But right as that fog cloud was cast, that 3% chance happened. And it rolled the maximum amount of mephits.
That sucked. I was
Yeah.
not happy about getting surrounded immediately.
Yeah, I was surprised because I was just like, oh man, you guys are gonna blow through the rest of this combat encounter because it's pretty much just the wolf now. And then that happened. But yeah. No, but good job because I was expecting that to happen at least once or twice, but no, it literally only happened once, and it was just at the most inopportune time. They also have a special ability to where whenever they die, they're supposed to like explode in ice, which is the reason why I kept saying that. But I kept forgetting to make you guys that were within 5 feet of it dying make a dexterity save. because you guys were supposed to take a D8 of damage whenever that happens, but I kept forgetting. So whatever.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'm not used to creatures having an ability that procs upon death. So, anyways, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that fight. I really wanted to use that song, so I was glad that I was able to use it.
Well,
There's a lot
That was
of
such a
things
good
that I
time.
wanted to use.
I know.
I'm glad I got that Bane off, even if it was the last. But
I was surprised. I didn't think that extra planar abjuration thing was actually going to come in handy, but I forgot that, like, you're literally in a hotbed of freaking elementals right now.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to come in use quite a bit.